lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I last posted. I know it's been forever, but yes, I'm back. Life has been super busy on me like you would not imagine. Yeah, but you know, I've been trying to tell myself that okay, today I'm gonna do a video, today I'm gonna do a video, and something just comes up and I never get to do it. But today I told myself, girl, you need to get this going. So I'm here, and as you can tell from the title, I am in Switzerland. For those who don't know, I'm going to give you a short history of where I've been for the past 5 years, because I've done quite a number of movements around. So let's get to it. Early 2015, I moved to Denmark. I stayed there for 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years, so that was 2 years and 4 months, yes. Then I decided to move to Brussels. So I lived in Brussels, which is in Belgium. Yeah, some people, I don't know, yeah, you never know if everybody knows their world map and all that, so I'm just gonna give you the cities and the countries. Yeah, so I moved to Brussels in 2017, yes, and I stayed there for almost a year. Then right after, I got married, yes, in 2018, and then we decided to move back to Congo. Yes, oh my god, I love DRC, I love Goma, I miss it every single day. But yes, so initially when we decided to move to Goma, so my husband used to work in Goma for, he's been living there for years now, but I'm not gonna get into it because this video is about me, yeah. So when I moved to Goma, the plan was we were supposed to live in Goma for a couple of years. So I literally packed up my bags. I packed literally everything, y'all. Because I thought, well, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need this, oh, I'm not leaving this, I'm not leaving that. And we packed up and went to DRC. Such a beautiful place. Shout out to all my friends in DRC, shout out to all the nice people I met in DRC. And yeah, so a couple of months, actually almost a year after, yeah, I'd say maybe 9 months after we moved there, something just sort of popped out of nowhere, and we thought that it was time to move back to Europe. Like, it came out of nowhere. This was never in our plans. If you'd have asked me last year, when was like, time is going by so fast that I'm literally lost. So in 2020, and so there was if you'd have asked me in 2019, early 2019 to mid 2019, or even in September, we had no idea that we were gonna move here. So it just came out of nowhere, and so yes, we moved to Switzerland. Yay! Yeah, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Very expensive. It is super expensive in this country. Well, people tell you that and you read about it, but you really have to be here and live it in order to understand it. So we got here in November, actually end of November, and it's been a struggle. There is nothing that is as difficult and challenging as getting a damn apartment. Within 2 months, or actually less than 2 months, we had visited like 30 apartments. And I'm just going to tell you a couple of things that you need to expect when, or if you're planning to move to Switzerland. One thing is, you need to prepare yourself mentally and physically, because this country is super hilly. You go up and down, up and down. I think since I got here, I've actually grown serious muscles from just walking. Like, I walk a lot, and yeah, you're not gonna survive. Don't carry all those heels that you love so much, because you're not gonna use them. You're not gonna use them, or else you'll have to walk without shoes, y'all. Get yourself those lovely sandals, or if you're coming during summer, get yourself some 2 or 3 pairs of lovely comfy sandals for yourself, and flat shoes, girls, flat shoes, because there's no way you're gonna be strutting these streets here in your heels. No, you are not. Well, I've seen a couple of people do it, but every time I see somebody walking in heels, I'm like, ouch, ouch, that must be hurting as hell. I will not do it. Okay, let's get back to the most important thing and why I'm doing this video, which is house hunting in Switzerland. If you thought finding gold or whatever, mining gold or diamonds was difficult, well, you need to come to Switzerland and try finding a house. First of all, they are super expensive. The demand is high. Like, there's a lot of people. Like where we are, there's so many people looking for houses, and something they don't tell you is it really doesn't matter how much you like a house when you go for a visit. You can write like a motivation letter why you need this house and all this, but there are other things that they put into consideration. For example, if you're a couple without a kid and there's another couple with a kid, and you come to like visit an apartment and you both like the apartment, you make an application for the apartment, chances of them giving this particular apartment to the couple without a kid is like this slim. Yeah, so one thing you need to know, if you're visiting an apartment and you see kids running around with their parents, don't even bother applying for it, because they prioritize people with kids. They prioritize women who are expecting. But this is something that I still really don't understand. When you apply for an apartment, don't expect them to call you back and tell you, oh sorry, we gave out the apartment to somebody else. They will not. You have to take it upon yourself and call the agency to ask if the apartment is still available or not. Or else you'll be sitting there waiting for the call for months and months, but nobody will be calling you. No. Yes guys, so just not to go into too many details about this, you really have to know you're coming to Switzerland, and nothing here is easy. You're not getting an apartment, and there are a lot of documents that you really need to apply for and get before you start house hunting. So if you're coming here and you don't have somebody who's gone through this process, it's really gonna be tough, because finding this information online is also not easy, because they don't put it out there for people to find. Yeah, so we were very lucky to have one of our friends, who actually was my neighbor in Congo, moved back with her husband to Switzerland. So she really helped us a lot, with just giving us details on what we had to do when we got here and next and blah 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 and whatnot. And yeah, that really helped us a whole lot. Without that, we'd be taking ages to get things in order before starting to visit apartments. Yes, another thing that I also find a bit frustrating with the system here is that when you go on these websites where they list houses or apartments for renting out, yes, sometimes they only have like single photos, and these photos are not the inside photos. Like, they only show you the outside of the apartment. So when you go there, you kind of hoping that, okay, maybe it's gonna be nice inside, it's gonna be something that you're really going to like. But then you get there and it turns out it's not what you're hoping for. It's not what you want. And I just don't get it. If you want people to rent your house or your apartment, would you not try to kind of entice them? Like, show us the inside of the house. It's not like we're gonna come and live outside on the roof or on the walls outside. Come on. Yeah, so we had a couple of cases where we got there and the inside was really awful. And I was so super pissed off. And the most recent one was this beautiful apartment. It had like huge windows on the living room and then an open kitchen. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So, well, I insisted, we gotta go and see this, we gotta go and see this. And so we get there and there were like, I don't know, six or seven other people who came for the visit. And then I walk in and something just hit me and I was like, something is different, no? And I kept looking around, what is it? I was trying to find what was off about this place. And then I just saw the kitchen and I was like, that is not what I saw online, because what I saw on the website was an open kitchen to the living room. So I was standing there, maybe we are at the wrong place. Then I checked the address and it was the correct address. So I was really not happy about it. So I asked her why are the photos on your website different from what we're seeing? Because what I came to visit was an apartment with huge windows on the living room, and then the kitchen was open to open into the living area. And then she tells me, oh really? And I was like, yeah, I can show you. And then she tells me that, oh, I'm sorry, but it was my colleague who sent me these photos. So I'm like, you're doing a visit for an apartment and she sends you photos, you post them online, and then you walk into the apartment and you can definitely see that the kitchen is different, the living room is different, but you're just sort of just playing along with everybody. So I was like, okay, wow. Well, another incident, we went to this apartment and it was really nice. Well, we were looking for a 2-bedroom apartment, but then this was really huge. It was 99 square meters, which is huge, but they only had 1 bedroom and like a huge kitchen and opened into the living room. And I was like, you know what, we've been looking for quite some time, so maybe we should just take this and, you know, try find something else later. But then, so I walked into the living room, I liked it, the kitchen was nice and modern, and walked into the bathroom and the toilet seat was up, and guess what I saw? Dry poop in the toilet. I remember when I got here, one thing that I really wanted was a beautiful view of the lake, because that's what that's what we got in Goma, in DRC. We had an apartment just next to the lake. Like my backyard was literally on the lake. So I got here and I was like, oh yeah, I hope you can get that, but also, oh, that's gonna be super expensive. But we actually got an offer from a friend. The problem was it was too far. We were looking for something that's not too far from the city center, because I will be going back to school soon, so the commuting would be too stressful for me. And we moved back here so that we could spend more time together, and that wasn't just what we were looking for. So we say thank you but no thanks. Yeah, so this is an advice that I wasn't given, but I want to share it with you. If you're coming here and you want a house, yeah, sometimes you kind of have to lower your expectations. I didn't lower them too much, but what I took out of, you know, my list was, I don't care about a view anymore. I just want a beautiful place that is new, like, you know, a cute kitchen that's all new. Yeah, I did not want, like, you know, these old buildings that were built in 1900s and they hadn't been redone for years. No, if you want a view, you're gonna pay for more. If you want a view of the Alps, you're gonna pay more. If you want a view of the lake, you're gonna pay more. So yeah, it's all about what's there and what you want and what you can afford. So I took a couple of videos and photos from our visits. Sometimes it's not easy to you know, take videos everywhere you go. because I remember there is this particular house where actually we applied for this house but we didn't get it. There were literally five adults living in the house. Sometimes you get into a house and you just feel it's too crowded and there are people everywhere and you don't want to sort of make them feel uncomfortable. But sometimes you get people who are willing to, like, tell you, yeah, you feel free to take photos or videos. And yeah, and sometimes I ask if it's a place that I feel like, oh, I really like this place, and we've visited quite a number of places, so we need to sort of go and sit down and decide on which place or which apartment we're going to apply for. Yeah, so I have a couple of videos that I'm going to show you. I will share this with you guys, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're planning on moving to Switzerland, just try and do a lot of research on things that you need to know prior to moving here, because if you come here just like, oh yeah, I'm moving to Switzerland, and yeah, you need to find a house and all this, but they have a lot of paperwork that they require you to do. So please check this before you move here, and just try and plan yourself better. And I thank God, oh my God, I thank God for my husband, who's super organized when it comes to, all these administrative things. I am not, I hate paperwork. Like anything administrative, I don't like it. So I'm always like, yeah, you gotta do that. Yeah, but anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.